exciting episode of Primal Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dale.
And I'm Kane the Shrub Watson.
Yes. Headlines of the week. Reggae boys going down to Love to USA in Texas. Reports of trouble in the camp. Oi, another thing. Ice hockey. Jamaica forced to withdraw from tournament in Florida. Boxing. Big fight, heavyweight fight tonight. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder.
Part 3.
Part 3. NBA. Vaccine. The vaccine mandate affecting NBA players.
Yeah. We have a jam-packed show today, people. And do remember, please, to call in. WhatsApp call is 1-876-552-7406. You can call in after Controversial Boss does his sports commentary at halfway point at 1:30. So to kick things off, first headliner, Dale seems to be caught up in this ice hockey thing. He has the lowdown on the info, so take it away, Dale. First headline of the week, ice hockey. Who would know? Jamaica ice hockey team.
Yes, man. Jamaica team forced to withdraw from this tournament. We're the defending champions, two-time defending champions at that. Forced to withdraw because of the high level of play of the Jamaicans. What say you, Kane?
Jamaica, high level play, ice hockey. Who are they playing against? That's my first.
Mexico, Colombia, all new teams to ice hockey. But what are your thoughts on the competition manager forcing us to withdraw because of the level of our play?
It doesn't add up to me. And
it's sports, right? Isn't it sports? It's about competition.
I'm being forced up because of the level of play. What type of tournament is it? Were we really invited? How can you just eradicate us out of a tournament just like that? And high level play. Is it an amateur tournament or is it like high schoolers playing against prep school and age difference?
Well, here the thing is, they're saying that our team will draft a couple Canadians into the team. And we're the defending champions, two-time defending champions at that. Yeah, and because we draft 2 more players, I think it was a goalkeeper from in the Canadian League. And Mexico filed a complaint against the player. And then we chose to withdraw the player from the team, and they still had a problem with it. Not just Mexico, but Colombia and the rest of the teams, So I'm saying if it's a competition, Bridget. You're here to compete. If you want to, you have to. If you're level high, you have to just come up to the level. That's my opinion of it. It's sports.
Sports. High level raises.
And I'm a little bit disappointed in even the association saying they're going to play exhibition games just to help out the team. Them force you to withdraw. Why bother even take part in helping them at all?
Yeah, it seems like I can't put a finger on it.
I've never heard of such a thing. You're forcing a team out because the level is too high. So you can imagine they do that to China and table tennis because China have been dominating for 20 years. They can't play world championship.
Play by yourself. And it's a competition where we competed in before. We're two-time defending champions.
Exactly.
We're being pushed aside.
Disturbing news. Very disturbing.
Who do they want to play against?
Maybe film. I don't know.
Raise the level.
We have to start somewhere. We're ahead.
And competition is not even about winning. There must be something you can learn from the competition, even if you don't win. So these countries must be able to compete and learn and raise their level.
Yeah, man. And I always say, again, sports is not just about wins and it's entertainment as well.
Definitely.
It's entertainment as well. And Colombia and Mexico and these countries, they're developing countries in ice hockey.
Yeah, just like we.
Yeah, so how better to develop?
Against people who are better than you.
Exactly. So that's the best way, isn't it? Yeah, that's the best way.
You play amongst your contemporaries every day in the backyard. You go out there.
Yeah.
You have to raise the level. So
very disappointing. But we'll get more news on that because Oliver Mayer is very close to the team, so he should be calling in later to give his take on the whole ice hockey drama. Yeah, so
news to me.
Yeah,
Jamaica ice hockey team.
Yeah, boxing, the big fight tonight.
Yeah, heavyweight fight. Heavyweight is one of the prestigious divisions in boxing. You have a lot of divisions, a lot of titles, a lot of belts, and Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, part 3.
Yeah.
The first one was a split decision. I mean, some people thought Fury and some people thought Wilder won. I mean, I think it was a fair draw. Second fight, Fury dominated.
Yeah.
Dominated. I mean, to me, Fury is the skiller boxer.
Yeah.
I mean, Deontay Wilder is more rugged and heavy punches throwing.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, the tail of the tape, I mean, both fighters coming in.
Tyson is
heavier than ever.
Yeah.
Heaviest ever been going into a fight.
He's the favorite too, right? Tyson Wilder
Tyson Fury is the favorite for the fight, but it should be a good fight. The last fight lasted 7 rounds. I mean, WCBC title. I mean, we need more big fights in boxing. Back in the day, boxing was a big thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember growing up, I mean, we used to watch boxing easier. No, it's a pay-per-view fight. And it's tonight at 9 p.m. in Las Vegas. You know, Las Vegas, the show city. And as I said, sports and entertainment. And it should be an entertaining fight.
Yeah, but back in the 90s with those fights with Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis,
Mike Tyson.
Well, I feel sorry for Mike though. Mike boxed these guys when he was well beyond his prime, you know. Yeah.
But Mike is a legend.
Yeah, he's a legend.
No matter what time Mike.
You know, I was watching a documentary with Mike, and a lot of people didn't know that Mike Tyson was a real skilled boxer.
Yeah.
You know.
I've even had the conversation with people telling me that he's a brawler. And I'm like, you're crazy. You watch Mike Tyson fight?
Yeah.
A man who go in that ring and don't get hit and hit you
and don't miss.
And don't miss.
Tyson don't throw who's punching him?
Yeah, and I mean that left hook plus me, one of my roughest experiences in life is going into a boxing ring. Oh, trust me, that was rough. And I mean, first hand experience, I mean, I've taken my hat off all boxers.
How many rounds you last?
Wow.
How many rounds you last? What, 2 rounds?
It was a 2-round fight. 2-minute rounds, and trust me. And that was probably one of the fittest stages of my life, and I could not last.
And you imagine?
And I lasted the 2 rounds though. I lost the fight to a split decision, but
a split decision?
Yeah, I thought I won the fight. You know, I got knocked down by a illegal punch. I got up. I mean, I scored punches. I knocked him back down, but the judges scored 2-1 in favor of my point. But I mean, never again. I'm going back into boxing.
Imagine imagine you got 2 rounds.
Not his face.
You remember Muhammad going 15 rounds back in the day?
And they said,
imagine the conditioning that you have to go through as a real boxer.
And back in the day, you had more. You used to fight more often. Nobody duck anybody. I mean, you had better boxers back then, and people fighting more regular.
Yeah.
Now it's drawn out.
Hiding.
I mean, Anthony Joshua supposed to fight the winner at this fight. Now him lose the belt to Ukrainian. Now the Ukrainian probably going to fight. Ukrainian is a skilled boxer. Fight last week. Usyk beat Joshua. And I mean, everybody keep ducking. And I mean, your boxing career can be so long, but yet still in your prime. Why not fight?
Boxing is supposed to be a matcha sport, you know. You know, you're supposed to step up. And
back in the day, had more big names, and I think that because I had more big names, because they were out there more.
Yeah.
Now it's publicity and promoting.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan King was great at that, but these people take it to another level now.
Yeah.
Where it's all about the hype and promoting and before the fight. And we'll go out there and slug it out, man.
It's more about money now and less about the sport itself.
I mean, I will see it in each division. Mayweather ducking Pacquiao for long. Pacquiao passing prime. I want to see that fight. And I mean, well, good thing with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, it's part 3. So these guys giving us something to watch. Because growing up, I was big on boxing. My grandfather was a huge boxing fan, baseball fan. I mean, so I used to I remember sitting watching Tyson Holyfield, big pay-per-view fight.
The ears fight?
The ears fight. Oh, gosh. I mean, that was so hyped up, and then that happened. But I mean,
wait, Holyfield to me, boy, was just bucking Tyson the whole fight, boy. Bucking, you know, Holyfield have a little nasty habit of just bending the head down.
Tactics, I guess.
Tactics. Mike couldn't manage them.
I mean, you have one thing with sports, you have to know the dark arts.
Yeah.
Each sport have their little, you know,
them look a small
borderline sportsmanship.
You can't really see, right? Yeah.
It's not illegal, kind of immoral, but I mean, Evander Holyfield was within his right to, as you said, bucking him, but biting off somebody's ear is a big no-no. No matter what the sport. Suarez biting people. Tyson biting people. Big no.
Yeah, I was so happy when Tyson retired because he was going in the wrong direction. You know.
When you see a legend out there going on like that, it is.
It don't look good. Don't look good.
And I mean Tyson in his prime.
I think Tyson was I'm going to give it to Muhammad, but Tyson is a close second.
The thing why to me Muhammad Ali is the greatest sportsman of all time is what he did more so outside of his sporting arena.
Yeah.
But in your sporting arena, Muhammad Ali wasn't really untouchable. He lost fights, but he was graceful out there.
And was quick, you know?
Quick.
You know,
float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Quick.
And him talk the talk. And him walk the walk.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. And him smooth with it. That's why I'm above it. Tyson now is just, come in and, boom, over. With skill and precision. But Muhammad Ali gave the rope and all the fandangos. But, I mean, Tyson Fury, if you ever watch a fight before, he's entertaining. He's out there talking.
And they entertaining. They had the same boy. One of the fights is conspiracy. The commission and the referees out to get him coming in with a 40-pound suit and in back, and making excuses. Says the weight of the suit when enter the ring in.
Yeah, I mean, go out there and box.
Spear talking going on between them two guys. So it should be a good fight.
Yeah.
Should be a good fight.
And then to I know him have it in for him because Tyson Fury is gonna, I said, master the dark arts. Try getting him brain. I mean, sportsmanship and talking, jiving, calling, and all that, which to me is good for the sport.
Boxing is back,
boxing.
And I said, Crawford is going to fight a big fight soon as well. Because Crawford and Showtime and HBO, they control the fighters, so it's a bag of thing. But I think Crawford and the next guy is going to put on a good show. Maybe early next year. So boxing is back.
Yeah, and it's good.
Boxing is back.
I mean, last week was a big fight. This week is a big fight.
No. Yes, man. So let us touch
next deadline.
One is a touchy topic
Before
here.
we go back to that topic, who are you picking, Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder?
I'm going with Tyson.
Nah, we can't stamp it. You have to give it 7 rounds, 6 rounds. Because I'm going with Tyson Fury as well.
No, I'm going with Tyson.
You know what round?
Let me go with it. I think it's going to be a decision. I went with that decision. 12 rounds. All the way.
Stop him in 6. Tyson Fury.
In 6?
6. Too heavy for him. Weigh him down, and catch him. And then Tyson Fury in 6. But, I mean, I hope it's a good fight. Yeah. And sports is entertainment. So, check that out. 9 o'clock later today.
Yep.
Next headline. NBA.
Oh, it's a touchy topic, this.
I mean, NBA starts October 19th.
Yep.
Today is the 9th. So in 10 days' time, NBA is back.
Preseason is already started from last week.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Vaccine mandate affecting the players in the NBA, Kyrie, the big issue with Kyrie and the Brooklyn Nets not being able to play at home. Going to lose 17 million for the season.
17 to 18 million. If he doesn't get vaccinated, because 3 states have vaccine mandates. Well, 3 cities: Los Angeles, San Francisco,
New York.
And New York. So this affects a host of teams: the Lakers, the Clippers, the Warriors, Knicks, Nets.
But the funny thing is going on. Kyrie cannot play at home.
Mm-hmm.
But yet still Kyrie can play in San Francisco.
Yeah, that's the thing, because
I don't understand that.
I mean, they're registered to the team and the city, so the rule is in public arenas you have to be vaccinated.
Yeah.
But visiting
they have the mandate in San Francisco and they have the mandate in.
So, for example, Andrew Wiggins, he's vaccinated now. Yeah. He was one of the players that was standing out. He even requested a religious exemption.
Yes.
Not taking the vaccine, and NBA threw it out the window. Say, hey, get out of here. That ain't going to fly. So, him get vaccinated. Him say, him stand to lose too much money. So, I mean, him get vaccinated somewhat unwillingly, but the nature of sport. So, for example, if he wasn't vaccinated, he couldn't play home games, but he could go to New York
and play in New York
as a visitor.
Don't make any sense.
And Kyrie now can go to San Francisco and play,
but
can't play in New York.
Don't make don't make
to me.
It's not adding up.
But I guess it's state laws and it's touchy topic. And Kyrie Irving is set to lose, as I said, upward of north of $17 million.
About 17.5.
Yeah. A lot of zeros, people.
Because he's going to miss 41 home games. So you get fined about.
Plus playing New York twice.
Yeah.
I mean, going to Toronto, there might be.
What's going to happen? Say, for example, if New York, New Jersey, Brooklyn Nets, if they decide to allow Kyrie to miss the home games, right? Mm-hmm. What's going to happen in the playoffs?
Yeah, that's going to affect the chemistry of the team. Kyrie is a legit star player.
Yeah.
And I mean, one of the best ball handlers of all time.
I can say this right now. Mm-hmm. If Kyrie don't play on Brooklyn, Brooklyn not even passing the second round.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a choker on the team, James Harden.
I think if Kyrie might retire after the season.
No. It's possible that he might retire right now.
Kyrie looking like him don't want the vaccine, people. And then again, you have Bradley Beal playing in Washington. And
he says he's not going to take the vaccine.
But
he's okay because there's no mandate in Washington.
So you can go anywhere and play.
Yeah, so
you can go all in these states and play all these cities because he's a visitor. Yeah. So I mean, Kyrie might stand to get traded. Which team would take Kyrie?
Nobody's going to take Kyrie right now because Kyrie, the word out there, Kyrie's unstable, That's what the managers and different teams out there, So Kyrie trade value is way down. So if Brooklyn even trade Kyrie, they're not getting back nothing for Kyrie, really.
Yeah. A lot of people lose.
Nobody wants Kyrie.
He has 2 years, $71 million left on his contract, and I mean, I think he can be an unrestricted free agent next year. Yeah. But for this season, he's tied down. And I said, which team would literally take him up? But
with the problems.
With the problems. And I mean,
is it worth it?
But then again, if that's what he believes and that's what he's standing up for, I mean, why should he take the vaccine? Should he not take the vaccine? That's his decision. And to lose $18 million.
Let me tell you, part of the thing what a lot of the players having a problem with, especially Kyrie. Well, he made mention of it briefly. He's saying that vaccinated, right, or not, it can still spread. Right? It's not religious reason. He's just saying that it doesn't make any sense to him. Yeah. So you shouldn't. And the NBA didn't have a ruling on it itself. It's just a state. But there's another thing that's interesting that's coming up. The governor, not the governor, the mayor of they're running for. There's an election coming up.
Yeah.
And one of the person who's running is close to the Brooklyn team. So the laws might just change in January.
Politics and sports, they're tied in people. They won't feel like everything is more than
it might just change. It might just change because they're having an election, I think, in November. So everything else will be if you're gonna reverse it or you're gonna make any form of exemption, it would be in January. Yeah. So he would have missed maybe about 2-3 months of playing.
And even so, the schedule for NBA, it flip-flops. You go on the road, you come and you have a homestand.
Yeah.
I mean, even the early part of the season, Brooklyn Nets have a 6-game homestand. Six
game, yeah.
Yeah, that will be, he'll be out for 13 days, not being able to play with the team. And then now to filter back in the team.
Can't even train with the team. Can't even train.
Probably you can train if there's a private facility. There's no real.
Steve Nash made it clear, no. They're going ahead with what they have. They're not moving it to facilitate him. And I do agree because that would be kind of unfair to the players on the team as well. You can't really center everything around one person. And that person is unstable. Even before this incident here, even from last year, not playing games.
He's a talent. You cannot take that away.
Yeah, what for sure.
I mean, we want to see him out there, as I say, he's an entertaining player.
Yeah.
Not only from our standpoint, from the team standpoint.
Big player, man. Big
player. Prime time player. Remember that shot in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Give LeBron that ring?
Yeah.
Pain my heart, but we carried Irving big time.
Well, I really hope that Kyrie stays. He's an entertaining player to watch. So I hope them can solve this thing real quick. Because it wouldn't be good for the NBA and Brooklyn and even KD,
Yeah.
I know KD kind of feeling a little way, you know, because the Kyrie, nobody can talk to Kyrie. We know that already. But anyway, let us hope that everything goes well.
You think Kyrie's a bad teammate?
Selfish teammate. But that's how it goes, you know.
I mean, he's just in a place now where
a lot of the great players tend to be selfish anyway. So
but
that's
I mean, Kyrie, to me, I think Kyrie will stick out and not take the vaccine. I see him as that type of individual, and let's see what unfolds with the Kyrie situation.
Yeah, Ben Simmons.
Another topic, NBA topic.
Yeah, wants to be traded out from Philly, but no team wants him either. Yeah, he can't. A point guard who can't shoot in the modern day basketball. You know, Portland reached out to them, but I should say Philly reached out to Portland, but Portland is not interested. Would you trade Ben Simmons for the big man in Portland? Lillard?
I mean, would I trade for him or trade him?
As Portland, would you trade for Ben?
I would keep Lillard, but I'd get Ben. To me, Ben can be a legit player. I mean,
a legit like how?
Ben can be a superstar. I mean, Ben is 6'11".
Like a player like Rodman.
He can learn to shoot. I think Ben can learn to shoot.
Hey, every start of the season, you see Ben posting things with him shooting. You know that in the fourth quarter against Atlanta, the three from game 4 to game 7, in the fourth quarter, Ben don't attempt one shot from the field.
I think that has to do with confidence.
Hold on, Kane. You hear what I said?
And his coach.
You hear what I said a while ago?
Yeah, I hear what I said.
3 games in the fourth quarter.
I see
one shot? No, sir. Not in this modern league.
So you don't believe in change?
Listen, the man refused to shoot.
Yeah, but I mean,
and then he's completely refused to shoot.
I don't see him as a Dennis Rodman type player. I think he can become like a Magic Johnson.
When last 5 minutes of the game, you're gonna have to put him on the bench because he can't shoot free throw. And he's not dominant like Shaq. You understand? You get what I'm saying?
Shaq is offensive.
He's a beast.
And
so you have
Shaq to get boards.
You have to take him out of the game.
Shaq protect the rim.
Yeah, everything.
But he can learn to shoot.
I'm not saying he can. Every season, Ben put out a video with him shooting.
Yeah, it was tough to watch. But he's talented. I mean, he's 6'11", athletic, can handle the ball.
Great defender,
pass the ball.
Great
defender.
Yeah.
The shooting aspect, which is a big part of basketball. But in early part of the days, LeBron couldn't shoot. No,
but LeBron can do other things much better than Ben. LeBron is a 75%. LeBron is a 75% free throw shooter. Ben is the worst. Ben is about 50% or less. Ben is worse than Rodman, you know. Ben free throw percentage is worse than Dennis Rodman, you know.
Giannis improve on his free throws. Giannis improve him shot.
Giannis have a different personality. When you look at it,
Ben Simmons is a snub.
Yes. You can look. Ben Simmons seems as if he's entitled to everything. You know, they did everything for him, and yet still him don't improve his skill.
Yeah. So he was right off Ben Simmons' career from now. Yes, that's it.
Of course, why not? Look at Lonzo Ball. Look at Lonzo Ball.
Fix him shot.
Within 2 years, how long Ben been in the league?
Been in the league from 2016.
It's quite missed the first year due to injuries.
He was the number 1 pick.
Overall number 1 pick. Yeah. Missed the first year.
He's still 25. I mean,
age is just a number.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's room for improvement.
True.
But you don't see him going to no team.
After 5 years in the league?
But you don't see him going to no team.
After 5 years in the league?
Coming off the bench, role player.
Maybe as a role player.
No, Ben starter. Ben can be a starter.
You can imagine a role player have a contract for 200 million.
Ben Simmons.
Ben, you know, Ben
you better come good because the shop don't really give props just like that. And I think he can do it. So
you know, I should blame the general manager. How can you give a man who can't shoot 32 million per season? And it's a liability in the fourth quarter of every big match that you're playing in. That don't make any sense.
Ben Simmons will go Sacramento, one of them teams.
Yeah, man, him can go Sacramento.
A fast-paced, fast-break team.
Imagine Philly get rid of Jimmy Butler. Big-time player like Jimmy Butler. Just to suit Ben Simmons.
But you know, so Ben Simmons averaged about 16 points from career.
Some don't watch the numbers, Kane.
No, but
Watch impact on the court. When the time comes, when it's big money time.
So last year alone, it really show up. Last year, it kind of show up. But you know.
Of course, it is horrible, man.
But we seen him, as I said, want to request a trade, not playing the preseason game, losing what, 300 and...
He lose 360,000 on Monday.
I mean,
he's holding out, you know. What he's holding out. He want to be traded, but it's difficult to trade a player like him. He don't have any real value. Which team want him? Golden State definitely don't want him. What Golden State going to give up for him?
But I see Ben Simmons going to a title contender team and playing a good role.
Give me a team. Which team you think it is?
You can go Clippers.
You think he can manage the New York media? If he might run from Philly, Philly is a tough place still.
You can go Knicks.
You think he can manage the
Can go Knicks. I see
criticism in New York? You think he can manage that?
I think he can go Knicks. I think he can go Clippers. And those are two big markets. New York, LA, the two biggest sports markets probably.
Clippers? Yeah.
In the world.
Clippers probably a good.
I mean, they have a lot of big franchises.
And Kawhi is out, so they probably need a little bit more help in the earlier part of the season.
Play good defense.
Yeah.
Big body can mark from 1 to 5, 6'11".
I would not pay for him though, but yeah.
but the thing is, you have to pay him.
That's what I'm saying.
You have to pay him, you know.
You're gonna have to pay him.
But I mean, NBA.
It's worth it.
NBA coming around October 19th.
Yeah.
As I said.
I said LeBron hyping up himself now. He might have some young guns around him, you know.
Yeah.
Wait, you think LeBron can take it this year?
Nah. I mean, with the Kyrie situation, who is your favorite now?
It's gonna be LA.
The Lakers.
Yeah, LA with Kyrie, Brooklyn is a favorite.
I mean, Anthony Davis.
About 7 Hall of Famers on that team.
So you don't give Milwaukee no chance of going back to back?
Milwaukee got lucky, man. Luck. So I like that Giannis got him title though, you know. I like that, but a bit of luck here. So, but that's sports anyway.
So Lakers is your preseason favorite?
No, you know I can't leave out KD.
Okay.
But I just don't like James Harden. I think he's too soft. You know, let me touch on James Harden before we move on from this topic. I hear people talk about James Harden is the greatest, one of the greatest offensive. But a man even come and say James Harden is a better offensive player than MJ.
Greater offensive player than Kobe Bryant.
And Kobe as well. And
when I heard that, I was like, drop mic.
You know that James
no
Harden,
more conversation.
James Harden is a one-way player to me. Is he them take the step back three and drive to the rim?
And get a floater.
Yeah, and you know what happened to him in the playoffs? Everybody know that him don't use up the mid-range the court. The mid-range part of the court. So it's when they beat the defender at the top of the three-point line, the defender always chase him back down. Yeah. Because they know says one way, man go straight to the rim.
And you look at his playoff numbers.
Man, they missed 17. Man missed 17 straight shots from the three.
And James Harden is not his first rodeo. This is not his first rodeo. Look at his playoff numbers. They diminish from the regular season. And we all know when it's prime time, the stars got to step up. So how can you tell me the great MJ when it comes to playoffs?
Kobe.
Dropping 60 in the garden. Come on, man.
Tracy, man.
Don't watch the regular season.
Them guys remember Penny Hardaway?
See? And get the contact and step back and dramatic and all of that. No, he's a good player. Don't get it twisted.
He's a good player. But
a good offensive player. But I take KD over him offensively in the playoffs.
Of course. James Harden don't do anything. Anytime
I'm comparing to who's there now.
The first go around, when they went to the finals, OKC versus the Heat, when LeBron won the first title. You know, the man disappeared in the finals.
Yeah.
James Harden was a no-show in the NBA finals in 2012.
The young Thunder team?
Yeah, the young with Westbrook and KD and James coming out for the bench. No, man, him always disappear.
Your pick is the Nets?
I'm going with the Nets if Kyrie's there. If Kyrie's not there, I have to go with the Lakers. Curry is the only man on the Brooklyn team that can get him shot at any time.
I mean, with the long season, there's injuries, there's a lot of things that
I think Lebron might got another injury, like, well, Anthony Davis injury prone already.
Yeah, but I'm going with, pick is the Nets. I'm picking the Nets.
The Nets.
I'm picking the Nets. And who's the pick for MVP before we switch to sports commentary? I have to pick the MVP of the season.
Kevin Durant, the greatest player.
Luka Doncic.
Luka
the dad.
Good
MVP.
Good
Remember the Shrub said, all right, time for sports commentary. And as you know, contrary boss, let's see what else for us this week. Take it away, Peter.
Good afternoon, guys, one and all, and welcome to sports commentary. Today, I want to take a look at lawn tennis. Emma Raducanu, you know, was she going to be the next hope, the next great hope for tennis, the darling of media? A lot of people were saying, a few people said it to me, that Emma would fail on her return to the sport, and she has. At Indian Wells, she lost 2 straight to a Russian girl, fairly easy. Some people are saying that the hype was too much. Some people are blaming the change in coach. I don't know. When I look at the match, I saw her playing on a very slow court, very different than the very fast hard courts at US Open. And I think that's what the thing is attributable to. One summer does not make a swallow. Some people are so quick to jump on the bandwagon. Keith Garvey, I'm talking to you. Yeah. Jump on the bandwagon and announce that, she now have a target on her back. I want to talk about this target on the back. I've won tournaments on here that you have a target on your back. Kane Watson, big time TT player. You have a target on your back, does that make it easier for somebody to beat you? It's no different, same game. So that can't be the reason why Emma lost, because she's now a big player and she has a target on her back. And the coaches are telling her how to play. Tennis is a fairly straightforward game. We don't use the target on the back, makes no difference. What is happening is that when you win, people surround you. You get a little bit more time to eat, be in the media, less time to train. You switch your coach, all these things. So no, I don't get the target on the back as a contributing factor to you losing at all. Tennis, she's won 11 straight games. You gotta lose her every now and then. So she's lost this one. I don't see it as a big thing. She's playing in Kansas City next week. Let's see what Emma can do. I couldn't move on without talking about football. Everybody calling for I was the first. Everybody calling for the head of Mr. Whitmore. I calling for more than one head. I calling for heads to roll. I think the JFF should be dissolved as a body. I think it's a dysfunctional body. I think that they don't have a plan for football. The plan cannot be that we're going to round up 8 or 9 or 10 Englishmen and a few from MLS and all about and just bring them in and suddenly they'll magically play. I have news for JFF. Football is a team sport, and team sports require coordination and organization. I told you guys before, you know, that if we take the 15 people in the Mexican squad, none of them would make a Jamaica team because we don't understand football in Jamaica. We don't understand football in Jamaica, and so we keep picking great players and then saying we have great players. Great players need great organization, they need great tactics, great direction, and they need to move as a harmonious group in order to become a great team. And so far, I haven't seen Jamaica produce a great team. My stance is this: if we're gonna lose every match like we have been doing, let's play entertaining football. Let's bring some pile and salad ballers. Let's find the best salad ballers in Jamaica. Let's find the best choppers and put them on the football field. I will pay to go see that. I would pay to see 3 salad and 2 pile and two bicycle kick. I would pay to see that. That would make me excited about football in Jamaica. I don't want to watch Whitmore doing these little gestures and these things on the side. And I know we're going to lose already. We're going to lose. We're going to lose. We're going to lose. Let us have fun. I predicted 3 love last match. I only got 2. But then they could have had 2 penalties. If you watch the game, they could have had 2 penalties. They missed on a few occasions. And I have one more thing to say. I don't want to see no more Jamaica football team where the captain is a goalkeeper. If any of us have ever played football, knows that captain have to be outfield so that you can communicate between the mid and the back. Jamaica lack coordination on the sideline and we lack it on the field. Why is the goalkeeper doing as captain? What can he say? Gentlemen in the water, there's nothing you can say from back in the goal line. Especially if you're forward. What does my skipper want? What am I gonna do? Travel to the back line to hear from the coach? I disagree. I don't know the fellow is a nice guy. Wear some nice outfits. It was pink this time. But you can't skip a football team from the goal line. I'm sorry. England did it with Peter Shilton and some other guys, but you can't captain a football team from the back. And the last issue. Oh, I have one more issue. Bonus issue. Even before the last issue. This business about ice hockey being we're on a high level, Jamaica being on a high level. Get real. The Latam tournament is an amateur tournament, is a pickup tournament between a bunch of malcontented people who don't even have a pair of skates. They have to be borrowing skates. And you're gonna tell me that Jamaica have a high level. We don't have no level. What Jamaica did is found a few Canadian guys who play hockey and go beat up the little man them, and then we announced that we won our first international tournament. Let's be honest. We have no tradition of hockey and even less of ice hockey. We shouldn't be really playing any ice hockey tournament and talking about our level. Come on, man. Our level is on the sewer. We're at the lowest level. We need to forget about ice hockey. We need to concentrate on football and cricket and even table tennis. And the last item now. Time for America to get your act in gear. All this problem with vaccine and vaccine mandated has to do with the fact that what America needs to understand is that the name for America is the United States of America. We need some unison between the states. We need federal law to sort out the vaccine situation. We need the vaccine situation to be sorted out. And we need to have a uniform set of rules. This is a health matter. And this is the health matter needs to be sorted out so that vaccines are mandatory in every corner of the United States. And this way we will solve all problems. You know that sports commentary tends to solve not just small problems. We solve the problems of the world. And the problems of the world need to be solved by us having mandatory vaccines for all sports. If a man don't want to take the vaccine, he doesn't play. It's as simple as that. You lose your job if you feel that strongly that there is maggots in the vaccine. Stop play. Go find something else to do. Your kids have to be vaccinated to be among other kids. We all took the vaccine. What if we were to stop having kids doing vaccines? No. Vaccines are necessary. It's a scientifically proven fact, and we should all get vaccinated. So we need uniform mandates. And I'm also calling for Jamaica to make vaccines mandatory. The reason is we want to all go to the stadium and watch, well, we can't watch Reggae Boys. We want to watch Brazil when they come to visit and all these kind of things. We've got to have mandatory vaccine. It's a health matter. Get real, people. It's going to cause some controversy, and you know I try to avoid that. But what say you? That's commentary for this week.
All right.
Well, welcome, Daniel.
Now hearing you.
Yeah, but
Oui.
rather, Emma, let us.
Now hearing you, Daniel. You can hear us?
Sorry.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah. Hi, what's up?
I'm here. I was saying that I was listening and, agreeing, and then he got to the vaccine mandates, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, always something with Peter.
As usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your highlight of the week in the sports world?
The highlight of the week. A lot, allegedly, Sha'Carri Richardson is allegedly on vacation somewhere. I think they're saying it's Portland. So I don't.
Wow.
Oh, nice feed, Portland. Yeah.
She and Steven.
I don't know if that's true, but they're on the street. So, and we're approaching Heroes Weekend. So we're gonna get to see if Elaine Thompson will be around at MVP. We're gonna get to that conclusion.
Yeah.
And soon. And then with the rumors that Sha'Carri is here in Jamaica, she's big. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, they need to always have a buzz around track and field, man.
Yeah, keep the thing going.
Keep it going. I know Stephen Francis won't mind. Come up with something every week and just,
Yeah,
keep us in tune, because we have to wait till World Championships. I mean, we died down after Olympics, but yet still, we missed the times, we missed the races, we missed the competition. But
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, upcoming after Heroes Weekend, we see what happened in that camp. Yeah.
Yep.
But the talk of the town now is Reggae Boys tomorrow. I mean, as Peter touched on, we can't go in the stadium tomorrow for watch Reggae Boys because
The vaccine.
Well, vaccinated people
You know,
can't
that's
go.
just,
Unvaccinated people can't go in. It's just an empty stadium.
Yeah.
But
well, that alone should even make the mandate even as
You're going in and out,
silly
Daniel.
as it is, because it cannot prevent the transmission or the. I was saying that going in the stadium, if you're vaccinated, you can still catch and spread COVID.
Yeah.
So, you know, it doesn't matter. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what they're looking.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
but that was my point. I was saying about a lot of the athletes overseas. That's what they're complaining about. You know, why making it mandatory, and then you can still, as you just said a while ago. So that's one of that's why it's a little bit touchy, you know. So the athletes they're saying that they're not going to take it because if I'm vaccinated, I can spread it.
Still catch it.
Just the same, equally as somebody who is unvaccinated.
Dale, I'm not a doctor, but I'd like to correct you all, and I've been allowed Daniel to say that without some amount of
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
And if you note,
Yeah.
none of the media outlets they don't address that issue, and that's the main issue.
I'm
that a
about
lot
to
of
address
people.
the issue.
No, you're going to address it, but I'm just telling you.
No, what you saying, Dale?
Dr. Peter.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Peter, let me hear what you're
Peter
saying.
some
If you take the vaccine,
Yes.
or a vaccine, there is an antibody response. If you're having that antibody response,
Start off wrong, Pete. Not a vaccine. First of all,
I said both. I said both. I said it's vaccine, or in particular the vaccine.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying to you, Daniel, is that it's rather disingenuous to say that you are equally likely to get the virus if you have already taken the vaccine. The fact of the matter is that if your body has an antibody response to a vaccine and removes that vaccine from you, you are carrying less of a viral load. And therefore, a bunch of vaccinated people are less likely to infect people than a bunch of unvaccinated people. The empirical data is that in America now, hold on, let me just finish. In America now, you can follow the curve and see the spike of deaths. And what has happened now is that that's completely been mitigated right down to next to nothing among the unvaccinated. The spread is among the vaccinated. How then can you, in the face of that information, then say, I'm not taking it because you can still get it?
No, because
there is a possibility, remote possibility.
Yeah.
And we're talking 1% possibility.
Yeah.
Right? That you can. But why are we dwelling on that can versus the other possibility?
I agree if that's the case. But what I'm saying, but the information is not out there. That's why I'm saying a lot of people have issues with it. That kind of information that you just stated, nobody's saying that.
It's there. Like, can I just say one more thing?
But they're not saying it. So the public at large. Okay.
The problem is, you see, that you have information and you have misinformation.
Yes.
The real challenge nowadays is not the information is not there. It's that the misinformation is there.
Peter, I've read.
This is what I'm saying. That you have the information and you have the misinformation.
Even the doctors don't come out and address that issue. The doctors don't come out and in the media and they don't address it. So that's a problem. That's a lot of people not taking it. That's the real issue, you know. Because if they address it the way you address it, a lot of people would have said, okay, fine, I understand where you're coming from. Why it have to be mandated? I would totally agree with your point. You have to make
it mandatory because there are some things that we have mandatory now.
Yes.
We have mandatory speed limits. We have mandatory side of the road to drive on.
Yeah.
The Americans come up with an argument now about freedom, total freedom. You're taking out them freedom if you tell them what side of the road to drive on. You're taking out the freedom if you tell them that you can't walk around with guns. You see the people in America who are going on with guns? If you say to people, gentlemen, you don't need to walk around with your guns in a plaza. You don't need to walk. They buy an automatic, AK-47, an AR-16.
Oh my!
And you're walking around with it talking about freedom. You are frightening me. You're taking away my freedom. I am scared. My daughter was in a restaurant in Arkansas. And a man walking with a gun and she phoned me and said, Daddy, I watch her. I said, get the hell out of that restaurant. This is the problem with America. There's a concept of freedom, unlimited. Freedom has to have limitations.
Of course.
And the problem now is that New York, one time the bodies were piling up in New York. We don't want to make this a vaccine show.
No.
But one time the bodies were piling up in New York. New York know what's going on. New York know what's going on. It's going to happen in Florida too. They will know what's going on. Jamaica, man, we have a fanciful way of, we're not taking a vaccine. And all this kind of thing. Well, make a choice. You can listen to Buju Banton or you can listen to Dr. Christopher Townsend.
Well, Banton is not.
Peter, that is what I'm saying. They're not explaining the way you explain it to them. And then there's no data to back up what you're saying as well,
There's plenty of data. But I just want to say one quick thing, Daniel. I love that t-shirt you have on, Primal Sports. Pretty soon we'll be making the merch available to our fans. Keep an eye on our Facebook group, Primal Sports. If you know the gentlemen are wearing royal blue Primal Sports as a man, see that? You, Daniel, are in the black edition.
We soon get the purple kit. Don't worry. I know purple have to be the kit. But
white,
we don't want to take it into a vaccine show, but
back to
the Reggae Boys tomorrow. Playing Canada. Need a win.
All right, let's go around the table. Predictions. Kane Watson.
I predicted last week that we'd lose to USA.
What was your prediction? Score?
I thought we'd score. I thought we'd lose 2-1.
I saw no way we could score.
2-1, 3-1. But I mean, I just didn't see us winning in US.
Yeah, score.
Tomorrow,
yeah.
We're winning tomorrow, people.
Draw, yeah.
I was losing 2-0. I saw a shot from long distance by Maggie.
Yeah.
I thought the only way we could score is by taking a shot from 70 meters out because we never approached the goal with the ball. How are we going to score? So I think Canada will beat us about 2-0. There's another approach that Whitmore can do, which is the usual pack the defense and kick with the ball to get the nil out. So it's possible we can get a nil out if we use the countryman defense. But I have a 2-0 Canada.
Now we're winning tomorrow and we're drawing in Honduras on Thursday. I predicted last week that we need 4 points minimum and it will be good to get 6, but if we don't get minimum 4 points from these 2 matches, as Peter said, I better start with some salad and pile. I will just entertain myself. But hopes I get in slimmer.
Full stadium.
I am excited. If we
every leg of the stadium, full stadium.
I mean, I think we still have the quality. But there's too much turmoil in the camp.
Yes.
I mean, look at the issue earlier on in the week with Mikel Antonio requesting his physio. Not getting his physio because I hear of travel details and all of that. But
okay, let me ask you a question.
I mean, Mikel Antonio wants his own personal physio.
And it's free. You guys are football analysts. Yeah. How would an out-and-out striker like Antonio have made a difference when there was no connection yesterday? At the other match, there was zero connection. There was no service. So how are you going? What difference would he have made? Long ball?
No.
I'm saying that's what we're playing now. Long ball.
I don't think he would have made any difference. But I'm just talking in relation to the players, the organization,
the whole
running of the GFF and the players out there is like.
I think
there's no structure, as you say, from a coaching standpoint. But I think it's even bigger than that. I think they're setting up top of the field.
Yeah, I think there's division in the camp.
There was a caller calling. We like to encourage the caller to call back again. We are in the calling phase. What's the number again to call?
Remember, the number is 1-876-552-7406, and that's on WhatsApp only. Feel free to call. I mean, the show goes by quickly. I mean, we won't have an hour. We try to extend it more, but in these last 10 minutes, feel free to call, talk on any sports topic you want.
Give us some feedback, and you can answer in the Facebook group. Do you guys think that we should extend the show to 90 minutes? Because we are getting some groundswell on it. Let us know if you'd like us to extend the show to 90 minutes.
I mean, as I said,
Topper.
And even turmoil can look at the News and Observer article that with the whole bus situation with players going to the bus coming back, some part of the delegation going on another bus, players refusing to board back the bus. I mean, almost, hold on, we think we're having a caller here. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Primal Sports.
Afternoon, big show. Conan calling here.
Conan, what's up?
I'm here. Oh, and I tell you, controversial boss, the first may agree with 90%.
Let's say pass the grade today. Controversial. Yeah. Yeah.
But unlike the controversy boss, I'm going to skip the controversy. So I have my views on the vaccination, but I'm skirting that one today.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows that it's scary. Couple things scary football. I ain't touch on football. I was going to talk about my first love basketball, but we're bring it upstate. Tapa, it's clear now that really until the ultimately Tapa is not the person for the job. But in a way, right now circumstances says in Tapa in that if you're just dealing with X's and Y's, there's no way you'd have fire a coach that lost a match after about 4 or 5 key players were missing. And then plus the COVID situation, everything is leaving some room for, I would say, excuses that might ease up Tapa. But although my understanding is that you get a 5-point target for this window though. So perhaps if them don't get 5 points from the window, that might be it.
Yeah.
I mean, as you can see the structure of the whole thing.
But Conan, one, you said you think they set up Tapa to fail though. I don't think they gave Tapa the job in confidence, and belief that.
Tapa was doing a good job, Tapa reached World Cup final, this and that, but everybody.
You think the introduction? Sorry to cut you. You think the introduction of Paul Hall creates some form of division within the camp?
I don't think so. I actually think I don't think so. If it is that him and Paul Hall as former teammates have a decent relationship, I think it was a master stroke to get a liaison that understands both qualifying for the World Cup with Jamaica and the British experience coming across. So that I don't think that's the worst thing. But I think that's Kane on the ultimately, the JFF as an entity is the primary problem. So 98 is a tough fight all the JFF were, and we can see the proof is in the pudding. We have been nowhere near there since.
Yeah. So you think this campaign is dead?
I don't, I'm an eternal optimist. I won't say dead yet.
After these 2 matches, what do you think we need after these 2 matches coming up?
What we really need is for the rest of the match to continue drawing and keeping us with a hope.
So if we get 0 points from these 2 matches, done and dusted.
If we get 0 points from these matches, it's over.
All right. I mean, before you go, I mean, what's your prediction for tomorrow's match and Thursday's match?
I don't know. I feel like we're going to get something, but it's not enough. So I feel like we could possibly get 2 draws.
2 draws. All right, I'll hold to that Colin one. I mean, I know you're a regular caller, and I don't have to ask you to tune in. You'll always be there listening. And what's that?
I'll be around. Don't worry.
Be sure about that. Be sure about that, man. Respect for the call, Colin one.
Happy birthday, Cunningham.
Big up on the Earth Strong.
Give thanks. Also, for the 90 minutes, work for 2 hours now.
2 hours. There you go.
All right.
Danielle Dowie, you think the show should be 2 hours or 90 minutes?
Not hearing you, Daniel.
Mic is muted.
Yeah.
Daniel, mic is muted.
You're just done?
Yes,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
So that.
Yeah.
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
All right.
If I close it.
I know. One of these shows you have to be in studio for sure. I mean,
I will come and surprise you guys.
Yeah, you're on controversy, boss. Take over from me and Dale. Hold on a second. I'll be the next caller. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. Welcome to. Yeah, welcome to Primal Sports.
Yeah, man, how you doing, man?
How you doing? What's your topic this week?
Well, I was listening to you guys and the discussion you've been having. The controversy was taking the whole vaccination conversation.
Turn it to a vaccine show.
Turn it yeah.
All right. I just want to touch on that vaccination thing. One quick touch and go. Right? My only thing with the vaccination is that if it is that the government is pushing for this vaccination thing, the mistake I believe we've made is that on a weekend like this when the reggae boys are playing, you should at least, since you're pushing for the people to be vaccinated, you should say those that are vaccinated are allowed to attend the match.
Excellent point.
Demand the people to be vaccinated. You get me?
Excellent point.
Yes.
You sound like you're vaccinated, you know. Let me guess, you're vaccinated, right?
It would encourage people.
You want to go and watch the match?
It would definitely.
I'm not vaccinated now. I want to go and watch the match.
It's sporting arenas, so of course.
Yeah. It would be very encouraging for sure.
I think it would.
That would be that's a good idea.
As a matter of fact, I would go even further. I had planned to say this later on, but I tried to avoid the controversy.
Yeah.
But I had planned to say that if we only curfew the unvaccinated and allow free movement of vaccinated people, that will solve all the problems, you know. I see you shaking your head, Mr. Unvaccinated Kane Watson.
You're going to turn the place into Haiti.
No.
You're going to be a rebel unrest.
That would be a disaster.
Of vaccinated individuals.
Daniel, you're still muted.
Daniel, give us a take on
I'm trying
that.
to hear from you, but you're muted.
No, I'm not muted.
I'm not hearing
Are you
that.
What's your
Can you
thoughts
hear
on
me?
what the caller is saying, Daniel?
Well, first of all, you know, I don't think vaccines should be mandated. I don't think the vaccines serve any purpose. I think you guys who took it are at risk with this experimental drug. And there's no benefit. It doesn't provide any immunization. And I'm so sorry if you feel that you took this drug and you want the rest of us to take it.
Daniel, you're okay.
Not prevent,
What Daniel is
Caller,
saying.
caller, you still
it
online?
does not prevent you from catching it, spreading it, you know, forcing everyone to take it with the risk of the side effects that comes with it, because there are side effects. And
You get to be at the end.
It's very low,
media
Daniel.
is not reporting
Daniel,
those side
can you
effects.
please fix the mic and then we'll come back to you on it, please?
Caller, any more topics you want to touch on?
Yeah, man. This is Petey, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, we know.
Petey.
Petey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's so different, man.
You sound different. You sound vaccinated.
That's a professional voice.
It's
That's
a
a hard voice.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So, what Daniel is saying, though, I don't know if you guys were hearing what Daniel was saying, but Daniel is saying there's no benefit to the vaccination per se. But what I'm saying is, fine, we're not forcing people to become vaccinated. But I'm saying in a case like tomorrow, where the stadium is going to be empty anyway, then at least you could give that as an incentive for those that wish to attend.
I want to attend. So you want to trick the people?
No, it's not a trick. It's a good idea. What the man says is a good idea. Go to the stadium.
I can tell you this. If you vaccinated people going in the stadium and tell me I'm not going, I am finding a way in. So it's better nobody go.
Kid.
I'm just saying.
I
want to watch match.
The man is saying, if you go to the stadium, you get joke, and then you go and watch Jamaica get joke.
It's a double joke.
Good one. Yeah.
I really do believe that I don't know, I'm not going to chalk it up to a lack of players or players being available or whatnot, because when the team is full and has its full complement, I'm still seeing the same non-tactical football being played where
Correct, boss.
two passes at the back, a long square upfield, like old school English football that no longer works in this day and age, right? So even with the full complement, that's what I see. I mean, you have moments of brilliance from people like Leon Bailey and McGee, right? But outside of that, there's still a lack of tactical vision. So I'm not going to give more the excuse that there's a lack of players. So that's contributing to the downfall. No, I think there's a lack of tactical vision, and I agree with what Peter said earlier, in that the JFS needs to be revamped. Right? Because
so you think this campaign is dead?
I personally believe so, yes, because this non-tactical,
Daniel shaking her head.
nonsensical football that I see being played by us right now, I don't see us going anywhere with this. To be honest, I mean, let's face it.
I think everybody, most people would agree with you, but I'm still clinging on to hope for these two matches.
Here you go. That's hope. That's hope because we all have that hope. You know, we all want to see Reggae Boys succeed.
Yeah, but
at the end of the day, all right. Peter said earlier, get some skillful players and just make it a fun thing, right? But what I agree. What
Caller, you have 10 seconds, caller. You have 10 seconds. Sorry to cut you, but we're out of time.
Give us a prediction tomorrow for the score.
Tomorrow,
State.
Sadly, 1-0 defeat.
All right, thank you very much.
Next week, guys, thanks for calling, PD. Respect.
Please,
no problem, man.
All right, please to download for the viewers watching live on cable network. Please to download the Primal 4K app. Please to download it. Get it. We have a host of shows that run right throughout the week.
Yeah.
All right, and up next is Uncle Randy from 3 to 6.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Danielle?
We need more than 1 hour, people. I mean, 1 hour goes by quickly. And I mean, thank you for tuning with us. Thank you for all callers. Big up from Primal Sports Talk. One love.
Get the app.
Respect.
All right.